In 2016, hackers carried out one of the most shocking financial crimes in modern history. They robbed a central bank not with weapons, not with violence, but entirely through computer systems. This incident became known as the Bangladesh bank heist. It is now studied globally as a turning point in cybercrime, banking security, and financial crime prevention. Bangladesh Bank is the nation's central bank. It manages the country's foreign reserves and oversees all international transactions. This was not a private company losing money. This was an attack on the nation's core financial institution. When a central bank is compromised, the economic stability of an entire country is at stake. Like most central banks, Bangladesh Bank relied on the global messaging system known as SWIFT. It is the invisible language of global finance. SWIFT allows thousands of banks across the world to securely communicate and send payment instructions to one another. Every single day, trillions of dollars move through this network, making it the most trusted and essential backbone of our entire global financial system. Once inside the bank's SWIFT environment, the hackers didn't steal money immediately. Instead, they waited. They meticulously created fraudulent payment instructions, designed to look exactly like legitimate requests sent by the bank itself. By mimicking the bank's own digital signature and style, they made detection nearly impossible, hiding their theft in plain sight. The fraudulent messages followed the correct technical format perfectly. They used real banking terminology, realistic amounts, and expected transaction details. To automated systems and early manual checks, everything appeared normal. There were no obvious warning signs to trigger an alarm. Because the attackers spoke the bank's language, their instructions were indistinguishable from those sent by legitimate staff. These fake payment instructions were sent to the Federal Reserve Bank of New York. Bangladesh Bank held accounts there to manage international settlements. Because this was a long-standing and trusted relationship between two institutions, the payment request did not immediately release suspicions at first glance. Everything appeared routine and legitimate. Hackers attempted to move nearly $951 million, but system errors, timing issues, and manual reviews blocked the majority of the theft. However, the defense wasn't perfect. $81 million successfully left the account before the fraud was fully identified and stopped, proving that in financial crime, even a small window of opportunity is a disaster. The stolen funds were funneled into bank accounts in the Philippines before being rapidly moved through multiple financial layers. This speed was a calculated tactic, designed to outpace investigators. By the time authorities identified the theft, the money had already vanished through a complex web of channels, making it nearly impossible to trace or recover the missing millions. A significant portion of the stolen money was laundered through the local casinos. At that time, casinos in the Philippines were not fully covered under anti-money laundering regulations. This created a massive, high-stakes regulatory gap. This allowed millions to be converted, circulated, and successfully disguised with very limited oversight, giving the stolen wealth a legitimate trail before the world could react. Investigations later revealed a series of catastrophic failures. The bank's cybersecurity systems were outdated and poorly protected, while monitoring controls proved entirely insufficient. Most critically, early warning signs were either missed, ignored, or simply not escalated fast enough to prevent the loss. It was a perfect storm of technical neglect and human error that allowed millions to vanish into the night. This case reveals a critical reality: cybercrime and money laundering are now deeply connected. Criminals no longer need physical access to steal. Instead, they exploit technical systems, flawed processes, and human trust. Financial crime today is quiet, global, and highly sophisticated. It isn't loud, violent, or obvious. It is a silent war fought through code and complex paperwork, right under our noses. Following this incident, banks worldwide strengthened their cybersecurity frameworks. SWIFT took action, introducing mandatory security controls for every member institution across the globe. Regulators also shifted their focus, officially treating cyber threats as a core component of financial crime and AML risk management. This massive shift ensured that digital security and financial integrity are now seen as one and the same. Financial crime is rarely dramatic, but its consequences are severe. Cases like the Bangladesh bank heist prove why strict controls and constant vigilance are essential. In a digital world, the next threat is always silent, and we must be ready. Support me by liking and subscribing the channel. Have a great day.